big corporation behind some cubicle.
I didn't know what I could do to make a difference and make change.
Canvas directors actually have one of the most critical roles in the sense that they are hiring people, they're bringing them together, they're building a team.
I realize that we have a lot of issues that need to be worked on right here in the United States, and I wanted to be one of the people that was doing that work.
It takes ordinary people who are willing to make an extraordinary commitment to do that. That's what the Canvas directors and the PERG directors and the people who commit to this in the long haul are really doing. You're in the footsteps of giants.
So one of the most exciting things about working as a Canvas director for the fund has just been the incredible amount of responsibility I've been given right from the start. Building my own team of 12 people, raising nearly $250,000, and signing on 5,000 new members to some groups that are doing some really great work like US PERG and the Sierra Club. It's a level of responsibility I knew I couldn't get at any other entry-level position at such a young age.
My name is Ed Johnson, and I work with the Fund for Public Interest Research. I'm the National Canvas Director. I work with all of our campaign offices and coordinate our work around the country and our efforts with the state PERGs, the state environment groups, as well as the Human Rights Campaign and the Sierra Club. I've been working with the fund for 16 years, and one of the most exciting campaigns I've had the opportunity to work on is our campaign to protect the Arctic Wildlife Refuge in Alaska. The refuge is untouched by human development. It's one of the most beautiful and last remaining unspoiled areas in the United States, and it's home to one of the world's largest herds of caribou. Unfortunately, some of the world's largest corporations like ExxonMobil and BP were working very hard to convince the Bush administration to open the area so that they could drill there for oil. Not only would this have been destructive, turning a pristine wilderness area into one of the largest industrial parks in the country, it would have done nothing to solve our energy problems. We got into the thick of the fight, going into key congressional districts across the country on behalf of the state PERGs and the Sierra Club, working to build support, fundraise, and gather signatures, giving a voice in Washington to the majority of Americans who wanted to see the refuge protected. We've been successful in defeating each of the oil industry's attempts to open the refuge to drilling. So at the moment it is safe, but we know they'll try again, and we only have to lose once. So I personally look forward to continuing the fight to protect it.
If you spend any time in California, especially here in Los Angeles where I'm from, you experience firsthand all the new growth and all the development that comes along with that. Each year in California, more than 150,000 new homes are built. And so with all those new homes comes new strip malls, new commercial buildings, and other huge stores, which is increasing the amount of energy consumption here in the state. I worked with a group called Environment California to try to pass the Million Solar Roofs Act, which would, as the name suggests, help to put 1 million solar roofs on new homes and buildings in California over the next 10 years. That way we turn them from energy consumers into producers of clean, renewable energy. We knew the benefits of doing this. Installing solar panels would help to reduce the need for nuclear and other dirty and dangerous sources of power. It would help to create a larger market for solar, helping to drive down the cost even further, and it would help stabilize California's energy supply. We also knew that most people in California supported this idea. So we went to work. In 2005, we canvassed in hundreds of communities, talked to over 200,000 citizens, and gathered the resources it would take to win the Million Solar Roofs campaign. In January 2006, the Solar Initiative passed. It was great knowing that something I worked on will help clean up the air and help to set a new clean energy standard for the rest of the country.
It's amazing to be able to take a message to the door to a perfect stranger with nothing more than a badge as a credential and raise money. That is, pass on the hope that we can make a difference to a perfect stranger. It's education, it's organizational building, it's the most important and direct and I think most meaningful kind of interaction.
My name is Jamie Hennessy. I'm a Canvas director in Boston. One of the most rewarding parts of my job is that I get to teach people every day about really important issues and train them so that they can make a difference on them. Since I've been Canvas directing, I've helped raise money, awareness and membership for organizations like the State Parks and the Human Rights Campaign. And I'm most proud of my work with the Human Rights Campaign, or HRC, because we've helped build up membership for this really amazing group. When we began working with HRC, they had 100,000 members across the country. And if you think about it, gay and lesbian issues were being portrayed very lightheartedly in pop culture with sitcoms and romantic comedies, and serious issues like hate crimes and discrimination were not being addressed or receiving the attention that they deserved. And HRC was created to change that, and they needed more membership to give them the organizational support needed to take on these issues. Now, only 10 years later, the fund has helped increase HRC's membership to over 1 million people and raise visibility of HRC and critical social justice issues. And because of that support we've created, we've helped HRC win major victories, like defeating the federal marriage amendment, which would have written discrimination into the US Constitution. And our work helped stop that from happening.
The fund does all kinds of outreach, from door to door to over the phone or on the street. My name's Mia Scampini, and I'm the director of the fund's telephone outreach project here in Boston. Every year, our phone canvassers raise over $1 million to fund public interest campaigns. And this money goes to groups that are working on projects like promoting clean energy, stopping global warming, and fighting sprawling development. Each night, our callers are on the phones with citizens all over the country, talking to them about issues that are critical to their future, as well as what those citizens can do to get involved and make a difference. One thing that I find really impressive is at about 7:45 or 8 o'clock at night, the room, our calling room, is literally buzzing with energy from the conversations that we're having with citizens all over the country. We're able to get regular, ordinary citizens, people who don't think about these issues in their day-to-day lives, involved in these campaigns and use that support to really make a difference. That it really, in the course of just one conversation with them, we can raise the issue, make it important to them, and motivate them and inspire them to get involved.
One of the things that impressed me most is just the dedication to the craft and the incredible training that I got. When I began, I went to a week-long training where I was learning from some of the most talented public interest professionals out there, from the National Canvas Director to other leaders in the movement. Their dedication really inspired me. The training gave me the skills that I would need to go back and run my own office, hire and manage staff, raise money, organize volunteers, and make a huge impact. It also gave me a level of confidence that I knew I could take with me the rest of my life.
I love talking to people and getting them involved with things that are really important. I enjoy it because I think it makes a difference.
The thing that I like most about working with the fund is finding people who are interested in these issues and then giving them the skills they need to be lifelong leaders in this work.
I've been able to see concrete changes because of my work.
I'd never been responsible for raising $1 million before.
Within my first 2 months on staff, we won a huge campaign, and I could see that the work that we were putting into it was already having a huge impact on our environmental laws.
Every year I can look back on the past 12 months and point to a victory we had, some way in which I and the people I work with have made a real difference to make the environment safer, to make democracy work better. And I work with exactly the kind of people I want to be working with. They're committed, articulate, people who really believe in making a difference. And I wouldn't give it up for anything in the world.
It was Horace Mann, the father of modern education in America, who suggested that we should be ashamed to leave this planet, to leave this world, to be ashamed to die, until we have won some victory for humanity.